Yeah, I'm like freezing cold. I think you can see my nipples. Hello, grease balls, and welcome to The Grease.
I want to know, what is the grease? That sounds better, huh? What's the grease, girl?
Where we overanalyze this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 9. I am Princess Capella, joined today and every day in the future by Joshita. How are ya?
Hi, I'm so good. I'm so ready to get into this makeover episode. The makeovers are like, a lot of people give it shit because they're like, oh, they use it to like put whoever they want into the finale, but like, I live for the makeovers. I love that.
It really is kind of a free-for-all as far as the judging criteria, but the makeover is still probably one of my favorite episodes. I just live.
It really can all come down to like the pairings.
We started off this week with Nina and Gottmik in the top.
Mm-hmm.
And Mick wins the Snatch Game lip sync. And she decides to cut off Georges.
Georges already has a badge. I think it's pretty logical.
The girls without a badge are Chanel, Vanjie, and Roxy. And Nina and Gottmik each have a badge to give away.
There's like such a like weird accusatory conversation being had
Yeah.
in regards to like, are you in an alliance? Who's in an alliance? Oh, you're friends with her, so you're automatically most likely going to give them your extra badge. And it's like, so what? Like, what if there is an alliance? Like, what does that really even mean?
Right, because nobody's going home. So, of course, it's probably going to be the situation like on All Winners where you need a certain amount of badges to make it to the finale.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, a couple episodes left. I think there's plenty of time for anybody to get the required amount, probably. I mean, we don't know for sure, I guess.
There's at least 3 or 4 more challenges. I think this
Yeah.
might be a 12-episode season. So, like, there's many challenges left.
Joshita, do you and I have an alliance or do we have a clique?
I think we definitely have a clique.
What?
Do you think that you would give me your extra beautiful benefactress badge?
Of course.
See, that's the thing. Like, if put in that legitimate situation, you and I are on Drag Race, and I have an
Yes,
extra
duh.
badge, I can't see a situation where I don't give you the badge. Like, you know what I mean? Even if somebody did help
Yeah,
me,
that's
like,
your good Judy.
right? Like, so it's silly for Vanjie specifically to not think that that's gonna come into play.
Mick gives the badge to Vanjie. Sure, everybody kind of saw that coming. Well, yeah. Nina kind of overcorrects with the alliance allegations
Yeah.
and gives her badge to Roxy, which I think is strategically a bad idea because it's Roxy.
Yeah.
And Chanel under the bus, gone.
Yeah.
Execution, dead.
Gout, mama.
Wig snatched, bald.
That's the other side of the coin. Like, if you
Yeah.
do have that kind of like good Judy and then you don't give them the extra badge, it's like, well, shit. That has a different kind of reflection on you. So it's like, it's either way they went. It was kind of a tough decision to make. I get. And I feel like this is where these little moments are where they're going to add in like the drama, the stakes of the competition. And these are I feel like this is probably the kind of degree that we're going to get this season.
The beginning of this episode was crazy.
Yeah, like when Gottmik like fully was like,
Yes!
Angeria and Chanel, you guys were only yelling for Nina during the lip sync, so you guys must be in an alliance. Is that true? And it's just like, why are you so defensive?
The queens are told to pair up for, something. They don't know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then they all kind of, again, were overcorrecting away from the alliances, away from the cliques. So everybody's like, oh, I'm definitely not in an alliance with you. Let's pair up. So I think that they're like ready for a mini challenge that's not going to mean anything.
Right.
So they're just grabbing whoever.
Yes.
Because they're scared. And then they end up paired up in all these weird pairings.
Yeah. It was definitely some interesting pairings. This is going to be the makeover challenge as 4 firefighter daddies enter the room and they're all up in their uniforms, mama.
Oh my god. RuPaul's Drag Race said, "Happy Pride."
Yes, bitch. It's our month.
And it is also another girl group challenge. We had said at the beginning with the like girl group that we might see a separate girl groups challenge.
And here she lies. So the directive is to turn the courageous firefighters into hot pop stars for the girl group. First up, for the makeover / girl group performances, we have the Hoses with Roxy, Vanjie, and Vanessa Valentine. Is that what you said her name was?
Valerie Valentine.
Valerie Valentine. Okay, yes. I really enjoyed the performance. I do think across the board, except for one exception, which we'll get to, I think that a lot of the queens were, the makeover-ees were pretty stiff. Which you can kind of expect coming from like people who don't do drag. So I'm overlooking stiffness on most levels. But I do think that they did a good job. They did a great job featuring Valerie. The makeup looked really good for Valerie. The only thing that I was kind of like wanting a bit more from was that like eyebrow area. It just looked a little strange to me. But everything else was really good. I thought that they definitely look like a girl group. I've got them in All Right Mama this week.
All right.
What I really liked about the Hoses in particular was the styling. I thought they all really were part of the Roxy Andrew Hoses collection. And I remember seeing a promo image where like Vanjie, I think, or somebody is in front and you can see the 2 girls behind her. And I remember reading, like, someone saying, how does this look like 3 Roxy Andrews? And it's because they all are styled so well. The one thing, and okay, again, we're going to be overlooking, like, the crunchy dance performances from, you know, the non-drag queens. That's obviously, like, anybody who's willing to get up on stage when it's not something that they do, like, props to you. Don't care how bad it is. The one thing that I was a little disappointed in was the makeup on Valerie. I thought that somehow she looked older.
Yes.
And it was really in, I think that eyebrow area was like a little bit too dark. But it was still a really good transformation, and all of the outfits looked great together. I also have them in All Right Mama.
All right.
Our next group is Meow 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 Meow. Our next group is what?
Are you having a stroke?
What?
Help me!
Our next group is Meow Meow Mix with Georges, Plastique Tiara, and Henri, aka Angelique Vachon. I was in awe of this transformation.
Yes.
And I love the storyline of the Powderpuff Girls, especially that episode where it's like those bank robbers dress up like them. Down! So good.
Fuck.
And the dancing was actually really good. And the styling was not 100% girl group related. I wish that Georges could have had a bolero and the furry boot things, and it would have been like perfect. But I love what they did with the names on each of their outfits. And as a side note, I was transfixed by Plastique's body.
Oh my god.
She's so cinched, and you don't see like the corset or anything. It was just like, girl, Slayana.
Slayana all day.
Georges and Plastique fucking murdered this challenge. Like the transformation, the choreo, even like their makeoveries attitude. Angelique looks like Megan the fucking Stallion.
Yes!
Like, not even gonna lie, in
Oh
the
my
face, they've beat his fucking face to death. It looks amazing. I think the only thing really is kind of like what you said, is like the the styling isn't as on as like Roxy and Vanjie. I also had to like learn the difference between cohesiveness, and coherence as I'm taking notes and like thinking about things. They're all the same thing, by the way. This one was my absolute favorite. The performance was amazing. Like, it looked like that fucking Angelique like does drag. Like, Slayana all day.
Slayana all day.
Up next, we have the Pussycat Hoes with Chanel, Angeria, and Natasha Bradley. Okay, so like at the beginning of this performance, they are like, the Angie and Chanel come out, and I'm like, okay, there's the two of them, whatever. And it's like, here comes the moment. And then the makeover comes out, and it's supposed to be this like, there she is. And it's like, oh, there she is.
Oh my god.
The first thing that I absolutely hate is this neck moment. I absolutely hated it. We had a theory that it was potentially to cover up his giant Adam's apple. But I still hated it. It was, I know I said I was going to overlook the stiff and crunchy, but it was like the worst stiff and the worst crunchy. Like, they all ran out to the end and put one shoe out, and they were like, look at us, we're all the same. I have this in Drag Delusion.
Drag Delusion, girl.
Get them. Oh my god.
I can't.
Let them have it. The outfits were bad. Angie's was off.
Yeah.
It was not great. I did love that they all had the same shoe. Like, that was cute. You know, the colors, even, it was just... something has to bring it all together. Like, Meow Meow Mix, their outfits weren't all the same color or the same, like, shape even, but they all kind of went together because of the styling. Where, like, these ones, if everybody had that feather, that pink feather, maybe it kind of could have worked, but it just wasn't great. And yes, the face was mugged on Natasha, especially the eyes were gorgeous. But it was just the styling was so bad. And, oh my god, the crotch was so low. Because what I think happened, right, is they mentioned that this guy's like 6'8" or something ridiculous. Like, he's really tall. And I don't know if you've ever worn tights, but like the crotch in them, it can't be moved as much. So what I think happened is the panty on the crotch wouldn't go up high enough, and they should have cut it or something because it looks like he has his full foot long dick, like his pussy's down to his knees. I do have this in cut your wigs up, not quite as harsh.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
It looks like somebody ran down the Vegas Strip and picked one queen from 3 different clubs and was like, okay,
oh my God.
Group.
Down. Our final group is the Hose Draggers with Gottmik, Nina West, and Nathan, aka Anita Blaze. Now, Joshita, I know that you don't watch wrestling. But I watch wrestling with my partner, and there is, I almost said queen. Well, actually, she's the queen of the ring, bitch, right now.
Oh my
Her
God.
name is Nia Jax, and I love her. Everybody hates her, but I live for her. And Anita looks like Nia Jax so much. It's crazy.
Okay.
She looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And the merge, this beautiful, just mixulation of Gottmik and Nina West. I am living for these two styles put together. It was so fun. I do wish that Nina had done a little bit something else with her dress to kind of change it up, or like didn't have sleeves or something. But the dancing was really good. The lyrics were really funny, and everybody's hair looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was really good. I have them in All Right Mama.
All right.
I see your theory with your wrestler, but bitch, she walked out and I was like, Queen Kong, the house down, in the face, in the muscles. I'm just like, if she were a little bit taller, it would be Queen Kong, the house down. I was like, where did she come from? I actually really liked Gottmik and Nina's verses. I thought it was like had a good beat to it. It was like rappy, and then they had a moment where they weren't so rappy. And yeah, I absolutely had the lowest expectations for the outcome of this.
Right.
I was like, it's gonna clash, it's not gonna work. But bitch, it really turned out and I was impressed. I have them this weekend, but is it fashion?
But is it fashion?
Who knew all you needed to be Gottmik was just black hair?
I know, right?
Yeah, overall, this was like one of the best makeover challenges we have ever had. It was so good.
It was fun.
This whole episode was really good. Like, even where it was crunchy, it was still pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I loved it. Starting off this week with our judges, we have Michelle Visage, who's coming through like a little sun drop, sun kiss, suntan lotion mama. She's bronze for the gods. I can't super tell what color that dress is. I keep going back and forth between like really light orange and like a beige. But it's really interesting color. I like it. She looks amazing. She looks so good. I love the hair, those big earrings. I'm greasing this.
She looks like a little mango sorbet,
Mm.
like popsicle. I
Yum.
just want to eat her out. She looks amazing. I love this hair on her. And yeah, the earrings. Everything looks great. She's just like giving summertime.
Yes.
Very. Grease. RuPaul in a just green apple taffy. She's doing so much of this really shiny fabric. Recently? Hello?
Recently? Do you smell burnt toast?
She's been wailing. Girl, I don't know what's going on. She's been doing a lot of these like taffy sheen fabrics, which I love. I think it looks really great under the stage lights. And she is cinched in, just nipped in, looking great, hair blowing in the wind like we like to see. Grease.
She's doing a lot of the like wrinkled tarp look. Which
Couture.
I'm not the biggest fan of in like most situations, but this one's pretty okay. Like, I like how it looks like layers, like right where it's like above her titties and shit. The only part where I start to look at it and be like, oh, why is it like that, is like down by the legs on the dress part. But it's still really good. She looks like a mint chocolate chip cone, and it's the body's right, the shape is right. I'm still gonna grease this for sure. I don't know who these guys are. Who are they again?
These are the brothers Osborne. They are country singers. I actually used to know one of their songs pretty well back when I was a trucker.
Okay. The brothers
The one that's
Osborne.
like "Stay a Little Longer." That's a pretty good one.
I think one of them said that they were gay, and one of them was straight.
Yeah.
So that's
The
fun.
one in black is gay.
Ooh, okay, of course. I enjoy these looks. You can definitely get immediately like country music star, which is great. I enjoyed that. I think that they like country stars have like this heightened kind of like extraness to their what they wear generally. And I think that the guy in black looks really, really handsome. The guy in the white suit was hilarious on the judging panel, and he's like working his own style. I'm definitely greasing both of them.
Yeah, you're right. It does give very modern country, with all the jewelry and the accoutrements, like the stars on the pants and the jacket.
Yeah.
It's not over the top, but they both look great. Grease. The hilarious Robbie Matthews actually not wearing a sequin bomber jacket.
Right?
I guess for that I will give Ross probably the only grease he's ever gonna get on this season from me.
I really like this look on Ross. I literally was, when I was watching the episode, I was like, I might be able to grease Ross this week. And yeah, no, I didn't, because I didn't remember seeing, I only said that because I saw him from like the chest up at the judging panel, but I like the pants with it too. I'm going to grease this one. Starting off with our, what are they called again? What's it? Oh,
Smoking Hot Pop Stars.
what a dumb name. Smoking Hot Pop Stars. We will start off with Roxy Andrews, who I think is giving like, thick and juicy. I love her wig with this. The only thing that I would say about this, and it goes across the board, is that everybody's pussy is out. Like, it should be just like a inch longer, in my opinion. But I'm gonna grease this still.
Yeah, she looks great. She is corseted, and the hair is looking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, we have Beyonce at home tea. I love this kind of bubblegum Pepto-Bismol color. Grease. Vanessa Van G, who is rocking the Roxy Andrews collection. She looks great. Her body looks great, except I can see her whole penis.
Yes.
So yeah, like you were saying, maybe we should have had like an inch longer.
She might need 2.
Inch or 2 longer might have been nice. But still, hair and makeup look great. Grease.
I like this one, and really just the big meaty tuck is my only real note on it.
Right.
I think it looks, you know, sleek on her. Like, sometimes when they have like those additions, like the gold edition that they have onto her and the makeover as well, that can just look like a quick little last minute add-on. But I think these look well incorporated. I like the long gloves that she's got on, and her hair is like the same exact style as Roxy's.
Yes.
So I think that's really, really nice too. I'm gonna give this a grease as well.
And our makeover E is Valerie Valentine. I really like this outfit. I think they were smart giving Valerie the outfit that has the drape over the like crotch area.
Yes.
So like she probably could have gotten away with not tucking or, you know, not being as uncomfortable as everybody else. Love that they gave her some big tits too. She looks great. It's a grease.
I actually like the gold like accoutrement on Valerie the best. I just think it looks really nice. And like you said, it's definitely a good strategic placement for her. And they all have the same kind of shoe with that like ankle cuff there. The titties look great. Yeah, like, I mean, the mug needs a little work, but it's almost there. Still a grease. Meow meow mix, and we'll start off with Georges. I think Georges's look is cute. Out of the 3, I think Georges's look is the weakest in my opinion, including Angelique. But I don't think it's bad. Honestly, if the like those black like rope braid strap things were gone, I think it might look a little bit cleaner to me. I love the wig with those long, big-ass pigtails. She looks like a little kind of like pop lady. I just don't like the straps. Oh, I don't know. I'll grease it. It's a weak grease, but it's a grease.
The straps definitely take away from the overall look, and the boots are also like kind of distracting.
Yeah.
I think it would just look way better without the black straps, and then she should have had the like fur boot cover type things that the other girls had.
Oh yeah.
Love, live, and die for this hair. I'm still gonna grease it, but like you said too, just like a splash.
It's like wanting grease pop.
Plastique Tiara in this ice blue baby spice fantasy. I love this molded bra that she's wearing, and I don't know how she is so cinched in that. It is like so good. She looks amazing. Absolute grease.
Yeah, dude. Like, fucking Bubbles was my favorite Powerpuff Girl, and Plastique is definitely my favorite out of this 3. She looks like a fucking Barbie. She looks like a fucking Barbie doll, literally. Like, oh my god, I don't even know like how the physics of the bra work.
Right.
But it looks amazing, and just like the nails, the details, the hair all the way down, the fur. I love this. I was drooling. Plastique is amazing. Super grease Slayana. Angelique Vachon, who just was literally transformed into Megan Thee Stallion. And honestly, I felt like Angelique felt and looked the most comfortable doing this. Doing drag, being on stage and like performing something, just looked the smoothest and most like at ease. And bitch, oh my god, just everything about this was so good to me. Just super, super, super grease.
The Womana just jumped out of Angelique. I just don't even understand how they did this to her face.
Ugh.
She looks so good. It's crazy.
And it's like funny
It is so
because
good.
I look at Georges and Plastique as like the silly little like super gay girlies, the dolls, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I was proud of them. They fucking killed this.
What I also love is that like so Plastique obviously had this like bra with her name on it. And then Georges and Angelique must have made these little things to match it, which I just think is super fun and cute.
Yeah.
Angelique gets the grease. Moving on to the pantyhose. Pussycat hose?
The Pussycat
Yes.
hose.
Why not the pantyhose? Anyway, Pussycat hose, we have Angeria. Ugh. This is tough. It's just, I wish it didn't have the bottom half and that it was just the bodysuit maybe. The hair and makeup are fine. She kind of, Chanel'd up her makeup a little bit, which I like to kind of make it more cohesive. But I think I am going to have to nooch the outfit because it's almost like it was like almost too big and it was distractingly bad.
This was, I mean, even if you took away the bottom part and put something else more like, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing there, I still think that like the bodice chest part is like, it feels like it's too low and too big. It's just not right. And I don't know. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. I feel like it was very disjointed as a single look as well. Like, I don't know. I'm actually gonna gross this. Chanel, her look is pretty plain, like pretty simple, not plain, but it's very Chanel. Like I said earlier, it does look like, each of these girls was individually taken out of a different like club on the strip. I don't know. I feel like this is probably the best out of the three in my opinion. Chanel's always mugged, her wigs always look pretty good, and she's got it together, and I'm gonna give this a low grease.
This was my favorite outfit out of the three. I think it's the best out of the three. I like the color combination too of this like baby blue with the fuchsia is really pretty. On its own, I think it looks really good and I'll grease it. But it doesn't work together at all.
Yeah.
Natasha Bradley. I think this outfit could be fierce and it probably looks fierce like on Chanel.
Yeah.
Because I believe this is Chanel's outfit. But it doesn't fit her well, which is like, of course, they're trying to, put somebody in a garment that's not their garment, so it's not going to fit them. But they could have gone a different direction and not just like stuck with this.
Yeah.
With it's like the body armor pieces just don't fit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the collar is like way too big. Ugh. I can't gross it because her mug looks good. Like, I think her mug looks too good for gross, so I'm gonna nooch.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like the collar alone without the shoulders would still be a lot, and then with the both of them there, it's just like exponentially like blocky, and like it looks like her head's kind of floating above her body in this picture. And then there's absolutely nothing from the waist down. It's just like, what did you do? And then I can't really tell what it is, but like the shirt sleeves that she's wearing underneath it kind of just look like a weird t-shirt. I am gonna gross this. I do agree that the mug is stamped, but not good enough to save it. Lastly, we have the hose draggers. Starting off with Gottmik. I love this. Like, Gottmik can just take something and style it completely differently and make it look like something different on the runway and make it very Gottmik. I love Gottmik's wig in this runway look. It was like, oh my god, one of my absolute favorites.
It's so like spunky.
Yes, it's so cute. It gives me like kind of like 2000s like emo girl in high school. Like, very, very, very cool. Grease.
It's almost not fair how Gottmik, if Nina put on this exact dress, and she is almost wearing this exact dress, but if Nina put on this exact hair and dress, the way that it's styled, it would look like so campy still. And like, yes, it looks campy on Gottmik, but it's just like, maybe it's just because her face is so severe.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks sickening.
Yes.
It makes me mad. Yeah, absolute grease. I loved her in this so much. Nina West. I love this huge bumper bang, like coin purse ass bang on Nina. Looks so good with this huge fucking boof in the back. Look, I mean, it just looked really good. I wish that she had also pinned the side of her dress up like the other girls in her group.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been the perfect touch on top. But she looks really good, and I love that she kind of did her eyebrows like a little bit more in Gottmik's shape, you know, as like a nod to her. Now I want to see Mick paint Nina. I think that would be fierce.
Right.
But yes, this is a grease. Nina looks so good.
I really agree here too. Like, I do think like something could have been done where she could have like lifted the bottom of the feathers on her skirt, or she could have even taken one of her sleeves off to kind of match. Because neither of them have sleeves either, so that could have kind of tied it in as well. But yeah, no, I think her face looks good. I think the outfit is really, like, form-fitting. She's, like, her silhouette is great. The big-ass hair is always good. Yeah, I'm actually going to give this a grease as well. And lastly, we have Anita Blaze, a.k.a. Queen Kong, / Brita Filter a little bit in the face.
/ Nia Jax.
/ Nia Jax. Yeah, I enjoy that they ended up just saying, you know what, we're not going to be able to hide the masculinity in this. Let's just feature it. I think it worked really well in their favor, because trying to hide that would have meant like something huge up here, and like, I don't know, it could have been weird, but I think it looks good. It's pretty simple, but the face is really beautiful, and the hair looks great. Definite grease.
I love that they just let her be herself.
Yeah.
And it was just, I mean, the face is painted so beautifully. And of course, you know, black hair looks good on pretty much everybody. They were just so smart about everything. Did you see Morphine on Twitter being like, oh, so now muscles are okay?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They didn't win though.
Queen Kong, Brita Filter, Nia Jax, and Anita Blaze. Grease.
All there. They're all getting a grease.
Coherence. Cohesion. Cohesive.
Cohesiveness.
Adhesion.
Adherence.
Ablation.
What the fuck?
That's where they like use a hot water balloon to burn up the inside of your uterus.
Let's go get ablations. Okay, so if we're in the makeover, who wins the challenge, me or you?
Oh my God. You know what? You've turned me out.
That sounds dirty.
You used to fuck up my hair in college.
So you think I would win?
Yeah, you would win for the hair alone. Yeah. They would be stunned.
Baby, it would be whooped and coiffed.
It would be whooped. Whooped.
I love it. There's a scene, I think it's from season 7 or something, of Kennedy Davenport talking about how her hair is coiffed and whooped, and the way that she says it is just like forever in my brain, and I just wish I could hear that on repeat. So my theory is that you would lose, because guess what, bitch?
What?
I already have my beautiful benefactress badge, and I'm the front runner of this competition, mama.
The reveal!
Yes!
And here I am, no badge.
Hey, if I win Snatch Game, I'll give you my extra one.
Wait, are we in an alliance?
It's a click.
The judges decree that Roxy and Vanjie are the top this week. What are your thoughts and opinions and prayers?
My thoughts and opinions and prayers are, what the fuck? I 100% expected Georges and Plastic to win this week. Like 100% expected them to win this week. Like, I think, to be honest, it came down to looks. And the cohesion
Mm.
of Roxy's collection versus what Georges and Plastique put together. I do think that Roxy and Vanjie's group was more of a solidified unit. I think that's probably what the judges went with here, but like,
Yeah.
oh, it hurt to see that. I was like, fuck.
And it's annoying too because if Plastique and Georges had won, not only would we get the drama of Georges winning while being snipped and not getting a badge, but then Plastique would have 2 badges.
Yep.
And that would have brought the drama, and we would have still the same for everything
The
else.
same for everything else. It's not that they're undeserving in any way.
Right.
I think they are both deserving, but in my opinion, I would have given it to Georges and Plastique.
But good for Roxy. She knew what the judges wanted. She called it. She said it in the workroom.
Yeah.
And she was right. So, fuck me.
We also get Vanjie's first ever maxi challenge win, and it was kind of like a very small moment, like in the show where
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, it was my first win," blah 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 blah. But you could see on her face when she was announced as the top that she was like, "Oh yay!" I was like so happy for her in that moment, though.
She did so well on her makeover challenge.
Oh yeah, like redemption
Yeah.
for sure. And I mean, it's Vanjie, like she's a huge part of the franchise. She was with the Vegas show. Like she's all over the place with the show. Like finally she's getting a win. It's a very full circle moment.
We love Vanjie.
Ring, 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 ring.
Our lip sync song is Black Cat by Janet Jackson.
When I watched it the first time, and like for probably the first half of it, I was like, Vanjie's got this. But then, like, as it kept going, Roxy was, like, really feeling it. And she was, like, when she started flinging her fucking wig like that, I was just, like,
Yeah.
so sucked into her performance. I was just like, ugh. They both killed it. Like, really, really good job. If I had to pick one winner, I probably would have picked Vanjie. But, holy shit. I also props to Roxy for never losing a lip sync.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're right. That's so cool.
Yes.
I love that Roxy has on like a cheetah print leotard looking like Shania Twain. That don't impress me much.
Yes.
And Vanjie is in this like plaid skirt hooker moment and doing her kind of classic Vanjie dance style where she hits every beat so
Oh,
hard.
it's so good.
I also think I would have probably given a little bit of the edge to Vanjie just because I love her dance style.
Yeah.
But it, as the lip sync went on, you were like, wow, they're really showing a lot of Roxy. I smell a stunt.
I still think it was a definite. It was better than several other double wins.
It is a tie. Roxy and Vanjie have to team up and snip somebody together.
And they have to decide kind of right on the spot. It didn't really seem like it was very hard. Vanjie was like, we can kind of do whatever. And Roxy was like, revenge, we're getting Angeria. And so, yeah. I kind of, like, you could, as they were talking about it on the show, you could tell Roxy wanted that to happen, and it was probably going to happen.
The smartest snip, I think, would have been Gottmik, but there's no way Vanjie would snip Gottmik. Alliance or, whatever, be damned. Suddenly it's okay to be in an alliance. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was no way that Gottmik was going to get snipped, which, good, IMO. But,
Yeah.
I do think Angie was, like, a pretty logical choice.
I feel like Gottmik or Nina would have been a better choice.
Nina would be a good choice, but Nina just gave Roxy a badge. Angie is pressed, though.
Oh, bitch.
She's
see
pressed.
it all over her face when Rue is obviously like announcing, Angeria, you've been snipped. Holy shit, you saw it all over her face when she tried to fake that smile. She was pissed. I felt so bad.
It is not all sadness today. Nobody is snipped here. We need to award our best hair, best mug, and best dressed for this week Joshita, who do you have for best hair?
Best hair, I actually have Vanjie this week for her lip sync hair look, which was just like so beautiful. I actually liked it better than Roxy's. It was just like so gorge. Definitely Vanj this week.
I have Georgis's pink pigtails for best hair this week.
Who do you have for best mug?
Okay, so I need to give credit to Plastique Tiara's work on Angelique Vachon as my best mug this week.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
That's true. It was absolutely unbelievable how good they turned out Angelique. Best mug this week, I also gave it to Vanjie. I was living for her mug. Literally, I think it was the lip sync mug.
And best dressed, who do you have?
Best dressed this week, I gave it to Plastique Tiara because she's so gorgeous, she's so perfect, she's so beautiful, she looks like a model. I want to hang out with her.
I also have Plastique.
Yes! Living.
She could come out in a fucking diaper and Princess and Joshita would be like, oh my god, you're best dressed.
Oh my god, you're best dressed. You're smiling. Do you want my extra beautiful benefactress badge?
Next week we're doing real estate commercials.
Yeah, I guess. So in my opinion, that sounds like either like a lightly scripted, structured improv challenge, which is my gut feeling about what it is, or it could be a scripted thing too.
Do you have anything else to say? Speak now or forever hold your grease.
No. Oh yeah, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Like and subscribe, leave a comment.
Mama.
Mama.
Damn it.
God damn it.